So this is another new figure I got, and excuse my voice, I'm still a little bit under the weather. This is the CCS Toys Shin Getter Robo black version, and this is, I guess, limited. I have the regular version, and now this is the black version, and this is one figure. So this is $360, and sometimes I kind of ask myself, where's the money? Where's the cost that goes into that high price? And this is one where I absolutely would say this is worth that amount of money. I was not regretting this figure at all. So I also have the Riobot version, and I don't know why I have so many Getter Robo. I guess for some reason they make a lot of really cool Getter Robo figures. I'm not a huge fan of the anime. I've seen, I think, 3 or 4 series, and not the original one yet. And this is from Armageddon, and I just was not that impressed with Armageddon. So I just like the figures. And I've always liked the look of Getter Robo with that kind of feline, a bit of a feline-ish look. Between the two of them, the Riobot and CCS Toys, I would say that CCS Toys wins hands down. And there's a few problems with the Riobot. I'll just touch on them real quick. The first is that I think the joints are a little bit weak on this one. The ankles are a little weak. I've never had the figure fall, and it's been on the shelf for quite a while, but the ankles are not very strong. The other big problem is that it comes with the flame effect here, and then the wings, because the black version has wings. I could not get the wings attached. I could not get the flames on. I probably could have jammed them on, but I don't like to play around with figures that are this expensive. So I ended up going with him the way he is. I like the matte finish on it, the colors like that. That's pretty cool. You could tell that they're very similar, but there is changes in the detailing. And it's not just the fact that CCS Toys is a decent amount larger. It's just, I think that this one has much, I won't say stiff joints. I mean, they are kind of stiff, but I would say the joints are much better. And this figure stands very solidly. This one is not as solid. So I'm going to put this one to the side. Bring out my other figure. So this is the other CCS Toys figure. This is the regular version. So now I have the regular and the black. It is almost entirely a palette switch, but not entirely. So you have these kind of blades that attach. When I got the figure, there were a few things. The head was not on. The hands were not on, and some of these plates. There's plates along the side here. There's a plate here. There's a plate here. Those plates are hiding the batteries that are inside it. And you could see it's got light up features. There is lit up. There it's not lit up. And the reason it's not lit up, I think maybe the battery's dead. I don't know. I had the same issue with this figure. Let's see, they're not turning on at all. Yep. I'm going to remove the batteries from these figures. So there are some differences. I'm not sure if this one has wings. I can't remember. This one definitely has wings. This one has flame effects. I haven't removed the flame effects from here. The box is really nice. And then the wings are in here. We got all sorts of other hands and things. So I'm going to put this one to the side so I can focus on the black version. This thing is neat, and I'll show you some of the things that it can do. So, by the way, just so you know, if you're looking at it and you think you see a ton of metal, no, this is plastic, 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 plastic. The metal is all in the interior. However, it is a heavy figure. It is not a light figure. If this thing was all metal, it would be ridiculous. So I think it's absolutely the right move to have it all covered in plastic. This in here, I assume, is metal. All the joints are metal. The hand has full articulation in the digits. So that's neat. I like figures with... Not all the hands have that. This is the one. We have all sorts of other hands here. We have like hands for gripping weapons and things like that. And we have, for some reason, a normal colored one. I don't know why that is. So what you could do here with this, push it in. So his little blades here snap out. Push it here. Blades snap out. They're different lengths. I guess that must be what it is in the movie. And then you push this button here. So retract in. And then it does that. That's pretty neat. I'm usually not that into these little gimmicks things, but that's pretty neat. Oh, see, this light went out too. Let me see, did I turn it off? Oh yeah, I accidentally turned that off. These ones I could push without... I have to go in and remove this panel in order to get at that one. I have to remove these front panels to get at that one. There are lights up here. I could not figure out how to get in. I'll have to keep looking because I looked at the instructions and I couldn't figure it out. We got several guns. So there's a big gun. All plastic. But the detailing is very nice. And I'm not surprised that it's all plastic, given the fact that if he's going to be holding it in his hand, you don't want a metal, weighty metal gun. Here's another gun, bigger one. More like a shotgun or something. This box is very nice. I like the box. And then we have... I think these metal things will probably go with the stand. That's my guess. He's got his axes. Oh, is this metal? That feels like metal. At least the handle. It's cold to the touch. Other axe. Then we have chain. You know what? I was going to say this is metal, but I take that back. You know, the chain might be metal. And I think the ends are plastic. We have in here extra batteries. I've said in the past I don't love light up features because I just worry that the batteries would corrode eventually and cause damage to the figure. So this is like I said, this is a $360 figure, and I think that this is, if you got the money, I think this is worth it. This is going to be one of the centerpieces of my collection. So you take a look at all the detailing in there. Really, really gorgeous. Again, this is all plastic, which is fine. I don't mind that. Get in here. This is metal. Metal. So it's metal on the interior, plastic on the exterior. The joints are a bit stiff, but I'd rather be a little stiff than floppy. You can get a better look. This is a nice figure. I may have to... Someday I'd really like to get a much nicer setup with more room so that I can put all the effects on and probably use the brace just to make sure he's okay. I like the fact that you can turn some of these lights on without going into the figure. So if you just want to display it, you just want to show somebody. Unfortunately, that's not true with all of the lights. So like I said, you have to remove this panel, this panel, this panel, this panel. And I assume somehow this panel, I just haven't figured out how this feels a little loose. So I'm assuming maybe this has something to do with it. If you do get the figure, I had the same issue with the other one, which is that the head was a little bit hard to get on. And so with the other figure, my red one, I was a little tentative. And so it took me a while. This one, I knew that it snapped on, so I just applied more force. And it only took a moment for me to snap it on because I knew that it would go on. You know, when you have the instructions in Japanese, it makes it a little more difficult for me to know whether I'm doing something correct or not. And certainly with a $360 figure, the fear of damaging it is on my mind. So this is a nice one. I'm not sure if this is sold out yet. I just got this 2 days ago. But I really see where the $360 is going into, because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous figure. So anyway, this is CCS Toys Shin Get a Robo black version, and I think it said that it's limited. Whatever that means. Everything's limited, but this may be more limited.